Right, we are officially in spring. We've just had a week of average temperatures. Been quite nice, to be fair. The sun's been out a lot of the time and it's felt warm with that sun out, but we are now hitting a cold week, possibly 3 or 4 days of potential for snow and a couple of nighttime frosts. So obviously we've got a lot of plants starting to want to grow, so we'll have a look at them and see what we're going to do just to protect the very tender new growth on them. But first, I always count spring as when I see or hear the frogs going, and I don't know how close I can get to these without disturbing them too much, but we've got a couple here which have found each other before they found the water. I'll see if I can get in and without disturbing them too much. Oh, there we go. So yeah, he's found his mate already. Just got to find the pond now. I'll leave him to it. Right, so when you hear the frogs croaking, one of the first signs of spring. I do like that sound. Right, so I've already got a few cloches about which have been on all winter. These are where I've left my collocaceae in the ground, so just to how much protection it will actually give them I don't know, but that seems to help in the spring when the temperatures do warm up. That area warms up a little bit quicker with the cloches on and tends to get the elephant ears going a bit quicker because they can be slow to start. So we can see we've got a few cloches about, and I was looking at my what was it, the lotus banana, which I just put a frame and plastic bag over. I did have fleece around it. I've removed the fleece since to allow the sort of greenhouse effect to, while it's been sunny, to get it warming up a bit quicker and hopefully going again. The actual pseudostem on that is nice and solid, so I've got hopes for that one. That should come back. Doesn't look too clever at the moment in there, but trust me, it's quite solid, so I do expect that to do all right and come back. Right, so again, just think about, is there anything you want to protect? We had a spear pull on the Cerifera a week or two ago, and I've put hydrogen peroxide in while the temperatures were a bit milder, and so I've just put a bit of fleece over the top to stop any moisture getting into that cavity. I didn't want to cover it over totally. I still want some airflow getting to it, so that's just stopping any moisture from getting in on there to give it a chance to pull through. Right, so I've done a video on this last week or the week before, I forget. So this is the I always forget the name of it. You're not going to see it too well. So this is the corpse flowers, if you like. Which we've got 3 sprouts coming up, and even the smaller ones, we've got some green coming on them. So I don't really want to get that frosted or damaged by snow. So we're gonna put a cloche over that, real simple. I will peg it down or just tuck the mulch around it just to stop it blowing away. So just a simple step like that will just protect that new growth from getting frosted. There are a lot of things coming up which I'm not too fussed about. So we've got a lot of the pedicite start to come up now. We can see in the ground. So you get the sort of generally the flower tufts first. There are a couple of small leaves coming as well. So I'm not too fussed about them. It's still early days of it. if we do get snow and it lays, that may well kill that back, but I'm not going to protect everything. Some things, you know, just stuff that you don't really want to set back too much. I have noticed I've got a Gunnerer Division, which I took a couple of years ago and sort of forgot about it last year because that's such a dry, hot year that it just died back, didn't do nothing, so I weren't too concerned. I thought that sort of totally died, so I didn't protect it at all, but I can see we'll start to get some leaf growth on that. I will be lifting this up in a week or two and probably potting it up and getting rid of it, because it's not the ideal place for it there. I mean, the original thought was, because it's near a fairly big tree fern here, that'd get lots of water, because obviously you water your tree ferns pretty much daily in the spring and summer. So, but yeah, never really done well here. It's a little bit shady. I don't mind a little bit of shade, but we weren't really getting enough sun or enough water, so that'll be dug up. But for now, I don't want to set it back too much, so again, just a cloche on that will be enough to protect that very tender new growth. Right, so talking of tender new growth, I don't worry too much about this tree fern because it has got a lot of canopy from the cord lines over top, but my smaller one here, which is my most exposed tree fern, where we've got a lot of, from the two Arctic blasts we've had, we had a lot of leaf damage on that. There is still some, the odd green frond on it, but in general that took quite a bad hit. Not a big deal, obviously. We'll wait till then fronds that totally droop down and open up the crown before we do cut them off, so they'll stay on for now. But looking inside, we've got the new crosies started to come, so they're nice and green. Obviously a lot of fur on them at the moment, so we'll keep that tucked in to insulate them a bit more. But yeah, just for this week period, we'll stick some frost cloth in there, and that'll be enough just to protect any tender new growth on them. So again, it's just thinking about what you've got, what's started to grow, does it need protecting, new growth, very tender. That's worth the effort, just to go around, have a quick look, fleece what you need to fleece, cloche what you need to cloche, and you know, that's not going to set the plants back too much then, and hopefully when the spring weather does kick in properly, we'll get some hopefully undamaged growth and grow a bit quicker for you. Right, so I'm going to do a separate video next on potted plants and when's a good time to plant them out. So it sort of follows on from this one, being the fact that it's a cold period coming up. So what have you got to gain by potting stuff up or planting potted stuff into the garden at this time of year? That'll be the video on from this. Right, thanks for watching.